Touch New Zealand's coverage of the Premier Touch League is brought to you by SAS Sport and One Foundation. It's the Premier Touch League.
Conway, Sarah Baldwin, Level, Wakearaia and Tanavik, Kolosi, Edwards Rua, Te Ariki Mana and Nosta Taipua. That's who's lining up for the Raiders. First tap there, we got Puni in the middle there, linking up with Maha and Huru, working in that link arena. Asafo on the back end and running a sequence play there. Nice little pocket play over to Maha. Touchdown straight away. So great setup there from the Manukau Raiders, utilising everyone's strengths in the right skill set. Jess Maha with her speed and her agility off the back end of a strike dump. So great start there from the Manukau Raiders. Over to Waipounamu, Chamberlain, Abbott, Johnston, Macaulay, Yee, Lott, Turnbull, Donald, Lee, Kavanagh, Rowe, Thompson and Colvin. Dana will look to lead her team around the park today. A nice, fresh, exciting team for Dana to take control of. She's used to these scenarios where she's leading as a player on the field, so it'll be interesting to see how she holds up here with her new Te Waipounamu team. Waikarai stepping up in that link channel to assist her middles and release the pressure there. Tori Kalosi playing in that right middle role. She's done a nice comeback for us here in Touch. She's also been a member of the Stars, Northern Stars team and squad. So she's made her return back to back to Touch from netball. So that'll be interesting to see her out there today and how she goes and enjoys it. Waikato off the back end. Manukau Raiders will look to transition here. Davis leading the pack there. Hiku off to Flavel. Kolosi coming through the middle channel, linking up with Taya. Playing a little bit of eyes up here. Touch the Raiders are with a nice long ball out wide to Zaid. Great touch there to Waipounamu. Jamie Kolosi in the middle, having a bit of a play around with the ball. Great defensive setup there. Te Waipounamu will look to shuffle over. Transition here. Dana will lead this again and get some fresh legs on.
Morning everyone, and Michael King here from Touch New Zealand as we see Te Waipounamu making their way to their subbing box. It's a bit windy down on the ground there, Jean. So.
It's nice up here, so I might get quite comfy here. Taya with a good lift in that middle channel. She's forcing Te Waipounamu to stay on their box side. So she's lifting up nice and early and quite aggressively too. So great defence there from Taya.
What I did notice about the first game, Jean, is the referees are calling their forward pass, so something both teams need to watch out for in this game.
Yeah, most definitely, and a lot of angle plants and roll balls there. So the Manukau Raiders and Te Waipounamu have had the luxury of seeing what the referees are doing out there. And again, they'll adapt their play. The coaches are smart on both ends. They'll adapt their play towards those calls. Great set there defensively. We have Kavanagh in at number 10. Again, she's on return from our Touch Blacks Open Women's Kuala Lumpur side. Janelle is a very aggressive defender. She is strong, solid, works hard, and loves to run in those channels and strike dump on those middle arenas there.
And here we go, Dana with a heads-up play, just as Te Waipounamu settle themselves and start to get them as in the middle of the field. They look wide.
Great cover defence there by Jess Maha. Nice ball movement there from Te Waipounamu. Dana using her ball skill set in that passage of play. Raiders will look to transition out of here.
I think especially early in the play, Jean, I think that's quite a good tactic, you know, so you're not actually going into anything planned. You're actually asking the defence team to actually make sure that they're on alert here.
Yeah, that is, and Dana knows. Dana's experienced out there with her team, so she'll know what, and that's Kat Hiku. Kat Hiku, very, very, very strong and solid winger. Nice quick footwork, nice powerful running style. Kat has a softball background, so she's built quite strong up top, but the legs can do a lot of running and moving. So great touchdown there for Manukau Raiders.
She's certainly got a lot of speed on her, and she showed it there. I've seen her in a couple of national events where she has pulled away. Then here we go again as to Waipounamu and make their way through the field. Here we go, Hayley Lee and Dana Turnbull just getting themselves forward as they start to call the play here.
It's nice to see Hayley Lee running in that middle arena there. She's a specialised winger in our Touch Blacks program, and it's really good to see her utilising some of her skill sets in there and running around the field and in that middle corridor. Great touch there by Lisa Roa.
You think she's telling you something, Jean, as the Touchback Open Women's coach? Here we go with the Raiders with a drop ball there, and gives to Waipounamu a good 6 on the 5 here.
Great skill there by Dana Turnbull. Feeding that off to Kavanagh. But up to the task, Jamie Colosi and Taya. They'll create a nice, strong defensive unit. And great lift there by Vic Puni. That's one of her strengths, Vic. She'll come in and assist middles. And again, Kat. So great defensive set there by Manukau Raiders. Welcome aboard, Harley.
Thank you, Jean. Good to be in the box seat. Kia ora everybody tuning in on the live stream today, right across the motu and right across the world. If I'm slowly catching my breath, it's because I just got off the field to referee that first round. Just to start off, awesome day here, first round with Metro and Northern Strikers, and we're getting treated to some more touch talent here in the second round with Manukau Raiders and Te Waipounamu.
You're the perfect person for me at the moment, Harley. So we just have Manukau Raiders v Te Waipounamu, and we have just finished with the Northern Strikers v Metro. In that game, Harley, we noticed a lot of errors, 1% errors, squaring up of the ruck, forward pass off the ruck, shoulders not turned forward. Can you elaborate a little bit more for us of what you're looking at there in terms of those 1%ers in our game, Harley?
Yeah, fortunate enough, well, at least for me, to be running with 2 black badges with international experience. So in our first game, our referees were, alongside myself, Tony Arnell and Dali Tui. Those guys have heaps of experience. And when you get to this level, the referees are looking for those little 1%ers. And as a player, you need to make sure that your passes are crisp, especially from the ruck, and that the flight of the ball is leaving their hands backwards.
Nice. I never once disagreed. I never, ever do disagree with any referee calls. That's from my end, Harley. But we did make the call that the calls were right, and it's very interesting to see them being pulled up quite frequently. And again, that will come down to the skill of our players being able to adjust to that. So good work on your guys' side.
Thank you. We've just got another one. I wondered if they were going to pick up on that one. Referee in the middle there, Sole Purchase, another one of our young referees coming through. Big shout out to everybody in Tauranga Moana Bay Plenty watching today. On the other side is Tanisha Gill. She's come up all the way from the Hawke's Bay. And on the closest side, one of our older fellas, Brett Kimpton from Counties Manukau. So, yeah, good to see not only a wide variety of, ages and experience, but also from all across New Zealand coming to support. And good to see that we've got referees right across the country being developed that can now officiate at this level.
And it's even good to have one in the commentary box, so now I can pick your brains right next to me instead of having to talk to you halfway off the field. So Raiders in there having a go at the line. Shah will look to lead this one here, and a great little second phase pop-up play to Kalei Huru. No, that looks like Tori Kolosi. So it's, again, Tori Kolosi returning back from netball, so it's really good seeing Tori come back into this element, and she'll be enjoying herself out there. When you haven't played touch for a long time you have passion for the game, it's just full-on enjoyment. And then when you get the luxury to work alongside the likes of someone like Shah, Jess Maha, Lisa Rua, game just becomes so simple.
Yeah, exactly. One of the fundamental aspects for a referee is to read the play, and really good read there from Charlotte, just to see that there was an opportunity to go through the middles and then offload to her link on the left there.
Kavanagh looking to use his speed. Kavanagh v Jamie Kolosi. I'd like to see that one run full field, but we won't be able to see that one just yet. Harley?
So you can see that the referees, and we made note of it after our first game, there was a lot of whistle down at the end of the field. not only whistles for forward passes and things like that, because we're looking for all the little bits and pieces, but really demanding that the players are getting all the way back onto the scoreline when they're on defence, just to make sure that we're providing all the opportunities for the attack that they can have.
Nice. I wish you would provide me with a lot more opportunities when
Here
I'm
we
trying to
go.
attack. Good defensive net there. Taya, Jamie, nice and strong there in the middle arena. Assisted nicely by Vic Puni. Vic Puni is a very good link defender. She times really, really well when she's coming up for that lift strike and also holds when she's needed to. Great touch there by Taya. Nice and low entry into the ruck there. So she's always beating what we call beat him to the bin.
Really nice. I was going to say really nice pattern there, coming from the far side all the way to their sub box. Unfortunate there for Kat. Couldn't manage the ball and juggles the ball, but it hits the ground as to Waipounamu, switch over to the right side to get their substitutes into the game. Let's see what they can attack here with.
Dana will come on here this end and look to lead her team around the park there. She'll start setting up, give everyone in the position that they need to be and start running a few plays. She'll probably end up as the ball player in a lot of these plays. Her skill and her knowledge of the game is second to none, so should be looking to put some points on the board to close that margin, with Manukau Raiders being 3-0 up at this stage.
One thing we noticed in the first game, the defence in terms of the middles and the links were actually really, really quiet, but what we can see, at least I can see on the Manukau defensive line, is there's a lot of talk going on, so that must be a lot of help, especially for those middles, to know when they're on side and can go forward again.
Big part of our game, Harley, is communication, like communicating with each other and communicating with our great referees. So the Manukau Raiders are utilising that skill really well. We'll look to see Dana again take the lead here. Kavanagh will probably slot in nicely here in this link arena to work and link up with Dana just to get some points on the board. Here they come now. Kavanagh in the middle channel, looking for a strike dump. Kavanagh's also got a really good low dive in there as well, so she'll look to utilise, especially with the links lifting quite high from the Manukau Raiders team, she'll look to quickie on the link. Great touchdown there. Awesome work to Waipounamu. Getting caught out a little bit there in our link arena. Manukau Raiders getting a little bit confused on the line there. To Waipounamu looking to punish them in that sequence, and Dana again, ball player on the ball, finding the right person.
Yeah, great touchdown there from Jessica Rowe. I think it was set up really well there by the middles, getting a really good roll ball after the touch to set up the attack really nicely there.
Puru in the middle there, working with Kolossi and Antonovic. Jamie will look to go long here.
There's quite a strong wind from the Manukau Raiders, so it's going left to right, so they'll be wanting to be careful not to push the ball too wide, but it looks like they're really confident in moving the ball left to right. There we go. But again, that one might have gone forward there, so just something that the Raiders will have to be aware of.
And it looks to be spitting a little bit out there, Harley, so our ball will be quite slippery. And again, like you mentioned, Manukau Raiders have no issue with ball control. They will play the ball around, they will play a lot of eyes up touch, and they will throw it long if there's an opportunity. So to Waipounamu, a great set coming out, rucking through the middle corridor there, ending up on the back foot here. Great little setup here. We'll look to come off and complete this with a strike dump scoop here. A little bit caught off there. Number 2 from Te Waipounamu will look to run that. Abbott there. And great set, 5-5. We mentioned that in the first game. 5-5 there from Te Waipounamu. So a good, strong defensive set there, holding out Manukau Raiders and then ending up back down on their 5 to put on the defensive set here. Hopefully hold Manukau Raiders in their own half. Manukau Raiders look to get fresh legs on. Savannah looking to utilise her speed and agility through the middle of the park.
Yeah, let's see what they can set up here.
Great little strike dump there from Tamika
Awesome.
Flavel, opening up the corridor for Savannah to utilise her skill and her speed. Savannah is a return touch New Zealand Open mixed player from Kuala Lumpur. She has a very, very good skill set, very quick, very agile, and it's very, very good to see her performing well in the arena for this women's PTL competition.
Great touchdown there by Jess Maha, another player that's come back from Kuala Lumpur, so she'll have a lot of experience to add to this Manukau Raiders side.
I think Jess is captaining this side today. Jess Maha captaining there with Charlotte Davis. And then Te Waipounamu, we have no one else but Dana Turnbull leading the package in the Te Waipounamu team. Again, she's looking to threaten the line. She's trying to link up with someone that she can work with, and she's finding that safety there. And Janelle has a lot of experience and can utilize the strengths of Dana's quite well. And then she does things like that where she'll utilize Dana's strength in making defenders shuffle to where she goes and then taking them back on the other side. So well done, Janelle. I can see what you're doing out there, and it looks really good. Tori Kalusi look to start off their transition set here. A little bit static here by the Raiders.
Yeah, you can see the Te Waipounamu defense pushing up really high in the opposition half, so to speak. The concern, especially from a referee perspective, is when the defense early in the set is pushing up really high, it's actually really hard to get them back on side. And as you can see, our referee here, Sol Purchase, has awarded a penalty because they didn't quite get back on side after the next touch.
And that was good from Jamie. She made it known to the referee that there should be no way that this team could be making a touch on me, and the referee picked it up. So we're able to sell our actions a lot working with the referees as well. Is that right, Harley?
Yeah, definitely. Jamie Kalusi is one of the best salespeople in touch, I can tell you that much.
Better than me?
Yeah, I think she might have learned a few things from you. She does this thing where she puts both hands up in the air and going, what? She does that a lot, as we can see a great scoop through there by
Right.
Taya Antonovic. Unfortunately, couldn't get two hands on the ball to get that one back down. So Te Waipounamu back in attack now, looking to get out of the yardage zone. Back towards his sub-box to get their players back on. A little bit of confusion on the left side there.
Janelle Kavanagh looking to do the same thing as Jamie Kalusi was doing and asked for a penalty there. And I think she was running a good line there in that wing channel there. They have got some good transition plays, this Te Waipounamu team. They get nice and early to the box, which allows fresh legs to get on. And it's just once they get the connection here on this fourth, fifth touch there, they should look to do some damage within this Manukau Raiders defensive side. Dana again on the ball, will look to utilise, looking to hit a link out wide there.
Fortunate there to get the penalty. The defence weren't necessarily up in her face, but she saw that and probably read that the referee was telling the middles that they weren't quite onside. So Te Waipounamu with a fresh set of six here just in front of the line. And maybe the calls are falling on deaf ears. Tanisha Gill, referee in the middle here, asking the defence to retire back to the line.
I always used to call it I'm really tired and my ears would turn off at times, Harley. But
Yeah. No, it's an interesting comment, especially because we're, October going straight into 20-minute halves. Fatigue definitely will play a factor for all games, not only in the first, but definitely later on this afternoon as we get into the later end of the first round.
great aggressive touch, pre-touch there from Taya. She gets up quite early, assisted by her link, so she feels safe and confident to get out there and be brave making touches. Great play here running an outline with Dana and our number 6 for Te Waipounamu, Hayley Lee. So again, Hayley, specialised winger in our Touch Blacks arena. It's awesome to see her spreading her wings and her skill set in this link and middle channel. Savannah's really good at that entry on. She utilises her agility and footwork, and Tamika also finding little channels and gates. But great touch there from Dana, keeping Tamika high up in the ruck there.
She's got great footwork, Savannah. You can see what impact a couple of extra steps can make on the defence, having to, I guess, judge which way that the ball's going to go.
Great defensive set there from Te Waipounamu. They managed to hold out quite an aggressive attacking line from the Manukau Raiders team, so they can take those little things as wins in their arena, Harley. They probably looked at the Manukau Raiders team on paper, and there's a lot of experience in this Manukau Raiders side. And Te Waipounamu, they're very young and fresh, and they have experience with Janelle, Hayley Lee, Dana Turnbull, and they've set up a game plan where defensively if they set their sound, they'll give themselves half a chance. So it's really working well for them.
Yeah, they had a great opportunity there. Berrien Abbott, as she came off the drive from the sub-box, they almost had another opportunity there. If she just kept running straight, I think she would have got over the line herself, but she looked for her options, unfortunately didn't come through. So hopefully we'll look in the second half. Should be a play to watch out for, number 2 from Te Waipounamu.
Manukau Raiders look here to get out of their half. Again, they do utilise the ball a lot, whether it's wet or not even an option at times. They like to keep the ball alive and moving, and it's just a style that a lot of these girls like to play with. Shah on the back end of a scoop, just...
And the referee's called play on. We've
Almost.
got opportunities here on the left.
Well done. Shah taking control. Shah had entered on at touch 3 and dictated where and when she wanted her defenders to make touches. And again, that's stuff that you really can't teach a player to do. That comes down to natural ability. And when you have someone like Shah in your side that runs with just an eye-opening touch game, it's very hard to defend. And from the Manukau Raiders' point of view, it's very lovely to attack with. So they do have a lot of luxury with the attacking ability of this team.
And the good thing is that the players in the link and wing position aren't falling asleep. They're up with the play as well, so you can see Victoria Pone in the perfect position there to take that ball and add some more points on the board for the Raiders.
Great
Nice
touchdown there. Again, Dana Turnbull leading the pack. Way to answer back on a good threatening attack line there. It started off with an outline, and our number 7 from Te Waipounamu, Brooke McCauley, just with a quick step back. Vic lifted high, stepped back into the end middle defender, got caught napping a little bit there with the Manukau Raiders.
That's us for the first half. Thank you for joining us as the referees will blow up for a quick break. Manukau Raiders taking the lead 5 points to 2 over Te Waipounamu. Now, Jim, what caught your eye in the first half?
Obviously, this Manukau Raiders team has got a lot of experience there, Harley. Reading off their team list and having a look at what's out on offer. And if they're not a touch black, they've definitely been in the paths, or if they haven't been in the arena, they've been in the under-16s sides coming through the ranks. So they have a lot of luxury of experience out on the field. And when we look over to Te Waipounamu, the standouts definitely are Dana Turnbull, Hayley Lee, Janelle Kavanagh. And I think they have a few young girls that have come through our system as well in the under-16s grade. So I guess there is a lot of pressure on the Danas and the Hayley Lees to really put the best foot forward. But when you put yourself in these arenas, this is where you show your worth, and Dana and Hayley will be biding the opportunity to lead their team through a successful season.
Yeah, we can see Coach Lance Flavel, supported by the manager Lorena Flavel in there. What kind of messages would you be saying to your team after a first half where, they look like they were in control, but you don't want them to take their, pedal off the metal?
I think Lance will be just demanding that their transition be a little bit more tidier. We're getting caught quite around that 30 area with untidy transition policies. And again, I think it's just coming down to a fatigue or effort in that department. So that's quite an easy fix on the Manukau Raiders side. And with Te Waipounamu on that side, Damo would be just looking to utilise the strengths in the likes of Dana and making sure she's utilised at the right time. So defensively asking everyone to get on board, get up, lots of energy, rise, get aggressive there and get turnovers so that we have half a chance with Dana down the back end here having that pick and run game.
Yeah, you could see that the effort was definitely there on defence, but at times good defence is overpowered by a really good attack, and I think that's a little bit of what we saw in the first half with the Manukau Raiders. As we've mentioned endlessly, they've got so many strike weapons on the Raiders team, and there's a lot of work for Te Waipounamu to do in the second half to try and catch up and attempt to take the lead here.
And I actually don't think the Manukau Raiders would be happy with that first half. They demand a lot of themselves and they create opportunities, and if they're not finished off, that's almost a lot for them. So they'll come out here in the second half really determined to put their best foot forward, and as a sign of respect, they like to make sure that there's good quality touch being played out there no matter who the opposition is.
Now, one interesting insight, as always, is what the referees have to say at halftime. I think you can see a bit of a consistent trend from the first half. There was a lot of 1%er calls, a lot of forward passes, a lot of all of that stuff from the ruck that our referees are picking up. And after a first round, you can often see this at nationals as well. There's a lot of adjustment that players and teams have to make just to make sure that they're kind of being compliant and not turning over the ball unnecessarily. So I think from this second half, we'll see what the players can do to adjust to what the referees' expectations are.
Yeah, I agree, Harley. And we talked about that, me and Cav up here as well, as how important it is sometimes to go out and have a look at what the referees are looking at certain tournaments. And I'm not sure how it works in that arena, but obviously there has been some chit-chat about the 1%ers, the forward pass off the ruck, the squaring up at the ruck, the quickies when your shoulders are square. And as a coach, it would be useful to go in and find out what the referees are actually looking at going forward. So it's really good learnings for us as a unit.
Yeah, it's probably an opportunity there too. Yeah, and I think we've got one there. A bobble at the second roll ball by Jess Ma, and then referee Tanisha Gill picked up a not square. And what we saw in the first half as well is that when you get the ball back from a turnover, if you've got an opportunity to strike very quickly, it might turn into points. At very least, you've put the defence under pressure. And so let's see what Te Waipounamu can do to produce here.
Yeah, and this is a good start for Te Waipounamu. They come down to the 5 metre, turned over here, so they'd look to put points on the board straight away just to get some momentum going for them and some confidence in the young ones that they have out there. And lucky enough to have Dana on the ball again, so she'll be dictating traffic and who goes where and what happens next.
Yeah, the Manukau Raiders' timing seems to be really good on defence. Let's see if they can catch. No, unfortunately, the Te Waipounamu winger there, Samantha Colvin, wasn't able to pull that one in. So the Raiders will restart the game just about 5 to 10 metres out from their own try line. Good pressure here.
Great pressure there defensively.
That was Hayley Lee again.
Hayley Lee stepping up. Now she's playing this winger role, so they've obviously utilised her in the first half to stave a little bit of legs, and she's mixing in and out of that winger link role there. So really, really great tactic from the coaches of the Te Waipounamu team, utilising the skill set of players. And again, miscommunication there, Manukau Raiders. They won't be happy with that, neither will their coach Lanceby.
No, not at all. 6 touches when you're unaware. Not the ideal end to a set at all. The subbing for Te Waipounamu seems to be a little bit better and a little bit sharper in the second half. It looks like, well, apart from that play, the ball wasn't spending too much time on the ground, and they're actually setting up their attack quite nicely here.
And they're just doing the basic things right. They're winning the ruck area here and creating some real good flow and momentum there. So well done, Te Waipounamu. That was a really good set there. They'd look to hold out the Manukau Raiders, who look a little bit unorthodox at the moment. They look a little bit, I think what's happening is they are getting frustrated in their own style or their own things that they're running, and they're actually going off the process of what needs to be done.
Yeah, as we mentioned, the effort from Te Waipounamu was definitely there. You can actually see that they're a lot more up, especially in the first half of the field and the first half of the set. Hopefully they can maintain their pressure, but it looks like we've found a gap here. Savannah Asa for Tavita.
Savannah, again, we spoke about her in the first half, her agility with the ball in hand and also her speed. She's one fit, fast young lady coming through the ranks, and women's touch is going to be nice and bright and exciting for her going forward this season.
Te Waipounamu is showing some glimpses of some really strong defence, especially in throughout the field. I think they've just got to make sure that they stay focused for the last couple of touches, just to shut down any easy opportunities like that. They'll want to convert here just to try and get the margin back to a reachable one.
Janelle Kavanagh leading the park there. She'll look for a nice little outball there with a nice little play coming here. Hayley Lee on the short ball and Dana staying out wide for the long ball.
And Lisa Rua thinking she's still playing league. Going for the legs tackle.
Ball and all.
Here we go, Janelle Kavanagh again.
Nice. Janelle looking at a thread on the line. It's good from Janelle. What it does is it makes the defensive unit creep in and keep an eye on her. And even though she hasn't scored in that set, Harley, she has made them aware that she's quite threatening, which will bring them in tight. So next play, she has the opportunity to offload out to a winger. Again, what was that call there, Harley?
I think we've got another one where, oh no, that was a forward pass from the ruck. So the Raiders are spending a lot of time at this end of the field. I think that's 3 times in this half, maybe 4, now that they haven't been able to get out and they've made silly turnovers.
Great lift there by Ash Wakaraya. She's doing a hell of a lot of work there. And what she is doing is making sure that our middle men are nice and fresh. She's not overdoing her role because she's got her man covered, but she's giving good setup there from Hayley Lee. If she had offloaded that long, there would have been some money on the board there, but great little play there from Hayley. Again, Harley, it's probably first game jitters. The girls probably haven't had a hit out like this since Kuala Lumpur for a lot of them, or for a few of them that have been involved in the NRL Warriors side there. They probably haven't played a lot of touch apart from the trainings and what games they utilise here. And as we know, it's a whole different kettle of fish when you're on a big size field and you 3 referees that are utilised. It's almost real life scenarios. So
Yeah, and that plays to the advantage of the, I guess, the city teams like your Manukau Raiders who have been able to train, a couple of times a week, whereas Te Waipounamu, you've got players from all over the South Island, very difficult to coordinate all of those, opportunities to come together and train as a team.
Yeah, and I guess that's where you see the frustration from the Manukau Raiders team. They know those things are, they have the luxury of those things, so they should be putting out better performances than they are currently at the moment.
Yeah, it puts them under a lot more pressure because the expectation is a lot higher.
Dana on the back end here. She'll look to set up. Yeah, and ask for the ball back. She's probably going to go ball to ground there. Good lift there by Waipounamu. Again, one of her strengths. Nice and high in the ruck area. Gets in the channel of attackers. And Manukau Raiders probably need to pick up the energy a little bit here.
Yeah, they're looking a little bit casual as they come out of their own half.
Shah linking up here with Tori.
They could do with a really good drive here.
Calais
Try
again.
and set up their attack. Yep.
It's perfect. Just what you asked for, Harley. Tori on the back end there.
She'll look, she's going straight
great
through.
skill, great footwork, awesome work. Again, that started from the flow on with Shah taking it into that link channel. Calais receiving that backdoor pass and a great little setup here from Calais. So she's come on nice and strong. She's demanded the ball in this arena. Set up. She knows who's on the back door. That's Tori. She's a scooper. I'm going to find you a hole. Tori's used her agility, used her footwork, and then her skill set to offload to Calais.
What I liked about that set as well is the shifty little footwork just before the touch actually kept the two middles guessing as to which way the attack was going to go after from the dummy half. So really good setup play there. Was it Calais, wasn't it?
Calais with the setup, and we know I play a lot on the back end of a scoop, and a scoop is only as good as a strike dump, and Calais there in terms for Tori was perfect. Asafua here getting up nice and aggressive there to make that touch. She's feeling confident enough to do that and get so high with the assistance of Ash as her protector. So again, Ash's role, although it's not on the ball, she is providing opportunities for our middle men to feel confident to get up and aggressive high in that ruck area. A little bit of eyes up here from the Manukau Raiders, always trying to find a little gate. Elise Conway here, hitting that middle channel. Jess Maha around the back. Jess Maha is one of our Touch Blacks Open Women's. Again, returned from Kuala Lumpur. Her skill set is, again, second to none. Her footwork, her work rate. The thing with Jess is she has great attitude when it comes to terms of how much work you need to put in, and she's probably one of our best providers of that.
A good opportunity there, but the setup wasn't quite right. Unfortunately, the ball goes to the ground. You could see that the rat play was coming with Taya from the back there. And probably could have led to some more points, but unfortunately the setup or the execution there just lets them down as Manukau Raiders get caught offside there by our referee, and Te Waipounamu will take their opportunity here to start their set from the middle of the field.
And a great set to start off with. Nice and a recount there for Dana to organise her troops again. She's working with Millie Thompson in the middle area, again assisted by Janelle Kavanagh. So they'll be looking at running some plays. Great little pocket play there. Jamie Colosi asking for the touch, but that was just great attack work. Janelle and Dana linking up there, assisted by the number 1, Millie Thompson. So great work to Waipounamu, and that's a good momentum changer for them. They needed that, and that can just put them defensively in a Stearns down position at the moment, Harley.
Yeah, and you could see it, especially in the start of the second half, a lot of their attack was they were trying to go towards the left side. They brought it back 32 on the right side and actually found some opportunities right there in the middle of the field. So we'll see if they can continue to switch up their attack and provide some more opportunities for themselves.
Charlotte Davis linking up here with Huru and Kolosi, assisted by Ash on the wing area there. So they'll look to run some 32 plays, and they're looking at an out ball here with Shah going big over the top, hitting Lisa Rua with a nice finish on the back there. But a great touch there by Te Waipounamu number 2.
Was it? Oh, I thought it was Hayley Lee on the wing there.
Berlin Abbott there. Oh, Hayley Lee's in the middle in the link.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
she's
right.
everywhere.
You're onto it.
Again,
Here we go. Yeah, we've got Ash there on the ball there.
Almost a guessing play in that move, Harley. They were just hoping the defenders would do something wrong for them to be able to score. And I guess when you're playing touch like that, you're not on the front foot. So when you're waiting defensively for a team to make a mistake, you're already on the back foot. So as an attacking team, you want to make sure that you know what you're doing and you're in control. And unfortunately there, Te Waipounamu turnover just in the middle gives the Manukau Raiders a perfect opportunity to strike back again. So Dana will look to lead this defensive unit here.
Yeah, not only a chance for Manukau Raiders to get the ball back, but also a little bit of a chance to get their breath back. But it looks like it didn't matter. Just a little bit uncharacteristic with the error there in the middle of the field. They need to make sure that they're looking after the ball. Easy turnovers can turn into points in our game.
8.5 minutes to go, so that's still quite a lot of time to go in a game of touch there, Harley. So I really think that that the Metro team need to kind of get their second wind and need to almost, in a sense, relax mentally and let their feet do a lot of the work, because they look a little bit frustrated at the moment.
Oh, they've done it again. Unfortunately, I think there's a touch there, and we might have a player down with a little bit of an injury. Is that Jamie Kalosi?
That looks like Tori Kalosi in there. We'll see what's happened to her. It's almost like she's collected a boot, trying to make that touch there.
Yeah,
so
she's
hopefully
really.
She's all right.
She looks like she's in a bit of pain, so we'll get the medics there to just assess her situation. Hopefully, we can get her onto her feet and back to the side of the field. And
yeah, she does look. Well, if they ever needed someone to put the boots on, I'll gladly go to them.
oh, look! Unfortunately, there's a whole line of girls on the sideline before you. So I don't.
No,
think
she'll be all righty. We'll leave it at that then. So hopefully there isn't anything too serious there. Hopefully she's just been hit in a funny position and been hurt a little bit there. We've got the physio out there making sure she's okay. Her sister Jamie has gone over to check on her, so this will probably be a little bit hard for Jamie to watch at this time.
If you're tuning in on Facebook, let us know where you're tuned in from. We can see some of our comments. We've got some people tuned in from Australia. Big shout out to everybody watching over there. Hope you're enjoying our coverage. Obviously, this isn't enjoyable, watching our players get injured, but really exciting to provide you the Premier Touch League online for you guys everywhere in the world.
Jamie Colosi's just gone to check on her sister over there at the moment. So Jamie Colosi is a very emotional player. She plays a lot on emotion. So when she's running on good emotion, it's good for her, and she's full steams ahead. And when she gets hit with something like an injury to her sister or something that's not so good, it's going to be interesting to see how she comes out and gets back on with this after this set of play here.
Yeah, do you think that's down to maturity? As in, she's still a young player. She's got a little bit of maturing in regards to that aspect of her game to do?
Definitely maturity. The skill set of Jamie Colosi is second to none. She would be ranked quite high in all arenas of the touch game. And in this, I think she hasn't normally played alongside her sister for a while, over a year or so. So this will be foreign territory for her again. And I do believe she's at an age now where she has changed as a touch player, and she'll look to turn around in the second half and come out and do everything for her sister, in the sense where I've got your back.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see that Te Waipounamu were threatening there on that set. What I can see is that they're doing their very best to try and bring out that left link, which is how they scored their last touchdown. So unfortunately couldn't hold on to the ball there. And just getting caught in the ruck. Referee there, Brett Kimpton, spots that one. Manukau Raiders earn an easy penalty, you could say.
And Tamika Flavel had no issue there, showing the referee that she couldn't get to the ball. So clearing the ruck is what we call it in that little instance for you, Harley. So if we're ever doing that, that's just letting you know that someone's around the ruck area.
You've got to be a good salesperson.
Great setup. Again, Pony with the touchdown, but Asafoa, with her footwork and her speed, she's latching players left, right and centre. So she's given the up ball there. She uses her agility, steps back, short ball into Vic Pony. Vic Pony runs one of the strongest lines in the game of touch at the moment. Her line running is again, second to none. She's always chopping in that link arena, and she's got that aspect of her game down to a Q. So Manukau Raiders going up 8, Te Waipounamu at 3.
And you can see, and as referees, we often notice that a lot of touchdowns do come off penalties. So if you're a coach or a player in that area of the game where you're coming back to defending your own scoreline, you want to do as much as you can not to give away penalties in that area, because it doesn't set you up well.
Hayley back in the middle arena here. Now she's good in this arena here where she's taking control and leading the girls around the park, and it's simple things that she's just setting up as well, and that's what her team needs, is just the simple things going forward. So Hayley's doing an awesome job here and protecting her youth, but also leading by example and directing them around the park. And it's not an easy thing to do. Again, she's got wheels to burn, threaten the line, and that's a perfect little play there. And that was all set up, Hayley. Well done, Hayley. Awesome.
Yeah, you can see on that left side defence, they've identified Te Waipounamu that is the area that we're going to strike, and they've done it again and managed to score there on that left side link. Big shout out to everybody tuned in on the Facebook. Kia ora Kaz, CJ Wall tuning in from Singapore. We've got some people tuned in Bathurst, New South Wales, Ireland, Canada. Big shout out to all you guys tuned in. I have no idea what the time is. And all the best to the All Blacks tonight against the Irish.
Ooh, exciting. Well, it's a little bit rainy out there, so the girls will be looking to secure the ball. Jess Maha on the back end, and Janelle Kavanagh telling her, no way in this hole, mate. Go and find somewhere else. Janelle stepping up aggressively, and that's what I liked about Janelle. And again, Jess Maha answering the defensive tactics with, you got me on the first one, Nelly, but I'll come back and get you on the second.
Yeah, what I was going to say is I actually thought that the Raiders would start playing really safe at this end of the field. But what we saw is Jess Maha there going, no, actually, I'm going to have a crack from dummy half. Let's see what opportunities we can make, and they convert and put some points on the board.
So 2 minutes 30 to go in this game, Harley, and the scoreline 9-4. 9-4, again, I don't think Manukau Raiders will be happy with the 4 points that they've given away this morning. And with the leadership of Hayley and Dana, they'll be quite happy with the points that they've managed to put on the board against such an experienced Manukau Raiders side. Dana looking to go one-on-one with Savannah. Savannah up to the task. Again, Dana threatening. Jamie Calussi with the ball.
She didn't want to catch that one, but nevertheless she did. So we're on to touch 2 here as we move down towards the...
Elise Conway to Vic Puni. Zayden at wing here.
Yeah, you can see that the Manukau Raiders are always looking at their options left to right. What's on, eyes up play.
They have great flow in that middle arena, and this is just a simple. They look to hit Zadie here in the wing roll or not. Find Taya there. And that all started from probably 15 metres off and out of their red zone there, Harley. So again, it's not a move that they've planned entering into that 5 metre area. They've actually run that play from transition off to entry on and then finishing on the back end. And you end up with simple plays when everyone's understanding what their role is.
And if you're on defence in those situations, you've got Keller who set up a similar attack, maybe about 10 minutes ago, and now she's the one that's
on the back end of it.
Yeah, on the back end of it. So you've just got so many options in this Raiders side.
Yeah.
It's very hard to defend.
We're into our last minute of our second game for the Premier Touch League. This will be the first game for the women's round, and then they have another game this afternoon. Is that right, Harley?
Yeah, we're treated to a big game next, so make sure you stay tuned as the men's rounds start to get underway. Looks like Te Waipounamu just looking to kill the ball here for the last set.
Penalty on the line there, so it'll be really, really good for Te Waipounamu to sneak a little one in there in the last 30 seconds, and I think Manukau Raiders will be doing everything in their power to make sure that doesn't happen. Good lift there by Jess Maha, again, so quick and very brave. She's not afraid to step out. I would have called that forward, huh?
Yeah, you could see that the...
Not that I'm a ref.
The hands were a little bit forward there, but hey.
They can't see everything. I've learnt that.
And there we have it, the Manukau Raiders with a comprehensive 10 points to 4 victory in the second round today of the Premier Touch League, our second match in the women's competition. Based on the first 2 games, Jean, what have you thought so far?
So we've we've been treated to a good first game with Metro and the Northern Strikers, and then an impressive win here by the Manukau Raiders v Te Waipounamu. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Manukau Raiders go against the experienced side of the Metro team, and also the youth and the skill set of the Northern Strikers team. So it's interesting setup for our next rounds this afternoon, but some good quality touch up there. And for me, I've had the luxury of being able to have a second look at a lot of these players that are looking at higher honours in the Touchbacks arena. So it's a good start for me to look from.
Yeah, and I assume not only from a player perspective, but even from a referee perspective, opportunities like this are great for development. The PTL is an opportunity for us to continue to not only grow our game, but continue to grow in that kind of high development, high performance area.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it's not until we get to see on the other side of these things that how important it is to understand what our referees are doing as well. And it's no use, arguing the course with our referees, because we need to find a way and a solution where we can start working together with them.
Yeah, no, did said, absolutely. And it's a difficult position for some of our referees to be in. Comes down to a lot with interpretation. But right now we're going to cross over to Michael King, who's on the sidelines, going to talk to the Manukau Raiders captain, Jess Maha.
I have with me Jessica Ma, the captain of the Manukau Raiders, with a great first out hit. Great display by the girls.
Yeah, look, it's our first game, and we were just so excited to get out there, and we just wanted to work on basics, which were all right, but yeah, just happy with how we finished in the end.
You've got a lot of experience in that team, and you got a couple of sprinkle young ones also in there. What was that like, gelling the team together?
Look, I just think it's a great experience for the young girls to come and experience open women's touch, and playing with them and being able to share my knowledge and skills with them is like really awesome.
Fantastic, and well done again, and all the best for the upcoming game.
Thank you.
Now, as we introduce our PTL Open League squads, first let's start with the Barbarians franchise. Introducing the co-captains, first at number 6, Shannon Tormoody at 13, Carlos Savage.
Yep. So here I have with me Dana Turnbull, the captain of the Te Waipounamu women's team. How was that game like?
Yeah, it's so much fun. It's awesome atmosphere out there, but it's hard. It's hard. That team's super good. On paper, they got a lot of open women's representatives, and it's always awesome to play against probably one of the highest ranked teams here to start with. So yeah, it was wicked. Great.
You still must be pleased with if we have the young girls out there, and also being able to sort of get some experience, as you say, against a very well drilled team.
Yeah, definitely. We got a lot of new ones coming in this week. We had a few away today, and so we've pulled in a team together, and they did awesome out there. They were the rock stars of our team. Just touch is a basic game. It's a simple game. If you play the simple things right, you usually come out on top. So it's cool. It's such an awesome competition for us.
And it was a quite of a long morning for you, so I understand all the girls came up.
Yeah, 6 a.m. start, so early morning, but we're ready to roll.
Okay, well, all the best for the next game.
Thanks, Mike. Cheers.
Number 2, number 3, Tama Hawkins.